Welcome back. I kind of do a little. Oh, sorry, that's a little weird thing. Handle I'm holding. This is going to be kind of like a little cr85 build or rebuild. Kind of taking on jobs here and there of working on bikes. So this is the 07. I already took the plastics off, so that's everything. But customer said he wanted a rebuild, like an engine rebuild. So I was like, okay, top end rebuild. I quoted him price and everything, got it done. So he brings it here and it's, yeah, it's leaking oil and oh, but it runs. I was like, wait a second, it runs. You go top end rebuild. So it's got, I mean, for an 85, it's got some compression. So I was like, okay, so it doesn't need a top end rebuild, but he wants one done, so I'm gonna do it for him. But he goes, yeah, the cases are leaking oil, but really, if you look, it's really stupid rich. Let me pull this spark plug out. I'll show you. This is what your two-stroke spark plug should not look like, especially for an 85. An 07. Oh, this is 07, by the way. 85, but black, stupid black. So shouldn't be this dark. If it is, you have a fueling problem, and you need to resolve that, or you're going to be going through spark plugs often. I don't know. I might not do the rebuild because save him some money for one. Although he wants it done, but I'll see what he says. I don't want to gouge him for money. So I had a shifter cart. Actually, my videos. I think one of my first videos was a shifter cart. But so I have some. This O-ring is for the exhaust. I have a head gasket. I have the base gasket. I have the reed gasket. Even the splitting the cases. I have that gasket. So I'm gonna drain the coolant and pop the head off. And if it matches, then I'm not going to buy a gasket kit because I already pretty much have it. Everything, especially for a top end. I might still pull the cylinder off. Just look at the piston, make sure it's good, make sure the cylinder's good. Hear my son crying in the background. He escaped out the front door. So I'm going to grab this and a funnel. Sorry, I know the camera angle's not the best. I apologize. I'm not quite the filmer. But just to grab the coolant, because I think this should hold all of it, especially just for an 85. And I believe it's going to be this Phillips right here. But I don't care if it's a Phillips. Don't you ever use a Phillips. And we'll put this bad boy on setting 1. And let me set it all down and look up. Let me see if it's even getting it. Yeah, I guess so. So you always know the antifreeze drain plug because it will have a copper washer. And either there's none in here or it's a vacuum. Okay, well, it's probably not the best. Holy smokes. I guess there's none in there because that is not leaking, and it should be. So we're gonna put this back in here. I know it's far away, but all I did was take that little 10mm, which is also has a Phillips head on it, off. Let's see if we can't drain some antifreeze, but looks like there was some in there at one time, but there's not any now. So kind of makes you wonder if it's leaking somewhere, if it's in the bottom end. I'm not 100% sure. Good thing I didn't start it up earlier and try to run it, because well, it would have been good for nobody. All right, sorry, just putting the lid back on this. So now I'm going to find, I'm assuming it's the 7, maybe a 6. I hate using Phillips heads and flat heads. I just would prefer to use a socket. Yep, I think this is a 5. Sorry, my phone's going off. I want to ride tomorrow. My cousin and brother and everybody. Well, let's see. Now, wait a second here, fellas. Okay, there's antifreeze in the head. Okay, that doesn't make no sense. I don't want to pull the water pump cover off because I don't have that gasket. I don't believe. I'll put that right on there. Let me look. Actually, that's definitely not the water pump gasket. Why did no antifreeze come out? That's gonna be to check your oil. That is where the antifreeze comes out, but it didn't. Okay, well, that's not water pump gasket. Case gasket, base gasket. Okay, don't have one. It's fine. Unless it's just on one side of the coolant system and not over here because it was so low. Doesn't make any sense. Okay. So, give me this again. Sorry, fellas. Let me put you down. Let me get back up here. This time I'll zoom in a little bit. Maybe. Other thing. Did I zoom in? No. Okay. Sorry. Let me sit you right here. Can't see nothing, can you? Nope. Oh, gonna fall backwards. Alright, holding them right there. So I'm gonna get this funnel. Right here. Let's get this again. Alright, so what I plan on doing is I'm gonna take this loose and put it straight in the funnel, and hopefully it will just drain that way. Any that comes out will just get caught in this rag. It's probably not gonna be enough, but that's what we're gonna do. Let me put you. Nope, that's not gonna organize it. Maybe that'll work. Probably can't see nothing. No, there's nothing in here. Oh, there it is. Why did it not come out? Just has some in the engine. Pop this off. Next. I know this is not the best camera angle for any of y'all. I'm just gonna pull you off. Maybe I can get it face it down. I have this weird camera mount. Not really mount, it's a 3-way holder deal. Oh, dude, that's gonna work. Cool, so I'll kind of be upside down, but at least you get to watch. Nope, nothing. Go ahead and pull this completely off. That 2008. Okay, really all I'm trying to do is just get these off, so whenever I do take this head off, this is gonna spill everywhere. I'm just gonna take it off. Oh, it didn't. Good. All right. I'm gonna pull this. I know y'all can't see anything, I'm just talking. Okay. And also, this whole YouTube thing, it's kind of weird. I don't really film much because I don't really know what to film. But I guess that's gonna be a 12. So we're gonna go to my wrench drawer. There's a 13. Everything but a 12. Y'all are probably looking directly at it, but no, I'm not organized either, and I don't necessarily plan to be organized. Just, there's another 13. Throw everything in here and spend hours looking for something you'll never find. Aha! Got it. I'm sure y'all didn't really enjoy that noise. Let me grab a crate. Also, dude, do y'all have a Walmart near y'all? Oh, not that one. If y'all do, these they sell these microfibers in a roll, like paper towels. Dude, these things are awesome. It comes, well, it's much bigger, but I've used it. So you can use it, use it, use it. You can wash them if you want to, but they're so cheap, I just decided to throw them away after I'm finished with them. But oh, goodness gracious. That one's loose. That one was, no, not loose. Might be the other side. Let's just do this one. Them bad boys are on there. That's just gonna round it off. We're not gonna do that, that's for dang sure. So, this, a ratchet drawer, this one might work. Too big. I'll use my small one, small ratchet. Dude, that's not gonna fit unless I take the coil off. Let me see. Sorry, not really talking. I'm talking to myself really more than y'all. These two tins and that coil will come off. So, and usually I'll set everything out like socket wise, just leave it out. But I find it best if I just put everything up, get it back out. Put everything up, get it back out. Because if I don't, let me put that on top. There we go. If I don't, I tend to start misplacing stuff. And then it takes me even longer just to find it, although I'm just, let's let that dangle. Alright, now, actually, and another thing, on bikes you're not familiar with, although this is just an 85 and I'm sure I can figure it out myself, it's best just to put these back in. Just so you don't have, oh, that's some racing going on. Oh, somebody on there, dang old Honda, just out there reaming it out. Okay, got it. Cool. So now we can get these off. And usually, I'd be using my impact because I despise hand tools. But sometimes just gotta go back old school. I just hope that gasket kit I have is for this model. I think 03 to 07 is the same, and I can't remember what engine was on that shifter cart that I had. I bought it so long ago. And then eBay, I guess they don't keep, they used to keep all of your purchases, no matter how long ago it was. Oh, we're leaking some antifreeze, which is fine. But you used to keep your purchases forever, but I guess they don't do that anymore. Wipe this off. Oh, wow. Yeah, she's filthy. So Set the head down. Soak this antifreeze up. There's definitely still some coolant in the engine. Just don't understand why it didn't just leak out whenever I took out the drain plug. Go pop this off. And let's compare. Put it on the table. That is definitely not for an 80. It's not supposed to be like for a cr85 or something. Snap. That's fine. I think. No, I'm not even gonna try. No. Say ever use it, but there's no sense in it. No sense in it. But what I am gonna do is this thing here. Like this. Because I don't want to have to deal with coolant all the time. I'll suck some out. This is, I know you're thinking how stupid, just tilt the back over or whatever, but nah, no sense in it. I got time to spare. More time than most. Yeah, I got fired Tuesday. Yeah, I did, but another job lined up, no big deal. Back to the top. Okay, so also, if you're ever doing a rebuild for somebody, I don't know if y'all work on people's bikes or not. If you do, you always want to at least take the head off before, you know, you're gonna kind of quote them a little price and go, look, it might be this, it might be that, but always want to pop the head off first before you buy anything, because just in case it's not a factory piston or size, I guess you could say. So a little bit of Scotch-Brite, very fine Scotch-Brite, not the coarse stuff. So then you take it, kind of wipe the top off. Cool. Then I think it says 4750. I don't believe that's going to be it. Hey, get over it. A second. Pop the bore off. Get a flashlight. I'll show you. The nickel seal looks good. Looks like some cross hatching is still there, which is fantastic. Oh yeah. That was good about an engine. Oh, you're not seeing nothing, are you? Sorry guys. Okay, back up. My son knocked on the door. He loves motorcycles, but he gets in the way. Eventually he won't, I know, but okay, so what I'm gonna do is pause you here because I'm gonna search up that piston. I think 4750 is, yeah, 4750. It kind of jiggles out. I don't know about side by side, but I don't know if I should be able to push that down either. Making compression. That's for sure. Okay. So I'm gonna find out what piston this is, if it is factory, if it's not factory, whatever, and we'll get you back in here. So 18 minutes, 19 minutes now. Man, I hope y'all are watching. If not, it's fine. I just figured I'd put it on there anyways. Alright, talk to y'all here in a minute. Alright, so I'm getting back on here. I'm not 100% sure where I left off, but the consensus was that's a factory piston. Well, I think it's a factory replacement, it's a Wiseco. The head cleaned up pretty well. I just did some black Scotch-Brite, if you can find it. I don't really know, I can't remember where I bought it from, but it's black, really fine. That WD-40 cleans it right up. This, other than a little bit of antifreeze that leaked on the floor, that's all I had out of it. So I know it was low. I hope it doesn't have a leak in it because I didn't price them a radiator. They'll pay for it, of course, if I have to, but I don't think it's necessary. I wasn't gonna rebuild it, only because of the compression that it has, but I mean, hey, that's what they wanted, so I got all the parts ordered. Wiseco, top end kit. That's pistons, everything, all the gaskets. Everything they asked for pretty much. They didn't ask for grips, but I mean, these things they're roached. So I'm gonna give them some grips. Only thing that I couldn't replace, only because the money was. If they want to, I will. But the subframe was actually broken right here. Hopefully y'all can see that. And sorry about the camera angles of the last video. I don't really have a good place to put everything other than my hand or on the floor. So you can still see there's some antifreeze in here. I will try. I don't know if I'll flip the bike over or whatever, but I don't want to pull the head off or the cylinder and then get antifreeze on the bottom end, because then that's just going to be a whole different story about trying to get it out other than just draining the oil. Which I will change the oil. I don't know if anybody cares, but this is the oil that I run in bikes. I'm actually fixing to switch over to AMSOIL. I do have. This isn't for the bikes. It's actually for my my truck and my car out there. I'll use AMSOIL. I'll use AMSOIL for the bikes after this. Well, not the dirt bike, but the Bosa. Once I need the oil change again. So this thing, it rides so good wheelies. Well, it gets in front of that pretty easy. So I ride wheelies a lot now, and I set it down. I don't slam it down. No, I can do the other bikes, but this one much gentler. And fork seals are freaking leaking. But I do have a set of new seals from Suzuki, so those will be going on pretty soon. Not by me though. I don't rebuild my own forks. I can't do that. So I try not to do that anyways. Conventional forks I will, but not upside down. They got too much stuff going on. So other than that, that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to show other than these cool. I sold most of mine, but my dad gave me these back. But these are old Truly Designs helmet decal kits. I had a bunch found off of Facebook, so I've used a couple. Of course, this is the Rocket Man. They call it Scully, I guess, but whatever. I mean, he's obviously on a rocket, but it is what it is. Okay, well that's it. I'm gonna get off here and add this video to the last video I just posted, or not posted, but have. So yeah, it's basically just gonna rebuild this. Once I get the parts in, I'll bring you back in. Although there's probably 6,000 videos of a two-stroke rebuild. I'll take you through this one. I'm gonna rebuild this carburetor. Oh, that's what I got, a carburetor rebuild kit also. I'll get that rebuilt. Well, clean it, I guess, to rebuild, whatever. I'll take you through that. I'm gonna wash it before I start working on it because it's kind of dirty. I don't want anything falling in there. I was gonna wash it the night that I got home, but it was getting dark, and I was like, there's just no way I'm doing that. So that is it. Much talking in this video. Well, sort of, kind of. I mean, talking and not talking. But if y'all want to see the 80s or 85, I guess it's, I don't know, Cerakoted, or they did something anodizing. It's not gold or light gold like mine is over there, the 250. It's got hubs on it. I don't really know what brand they are. I'm not sure if it's a factory brake rotor or not, but it looks pretty decent. Hubs on the back. It's got I believe that's a Works. Pro Circuit Works. Let me see. It is. Yeah, Pro Circuit Works pipe. I'm going to clean this up. It's going to look fantastic. For some reason, it's got an FMF slip-on, which that doesn't make any sense. Maybe it makes better power or it sounds better. I don't know, but I'm a Pro Circuit guy all the way. The suspension does feel pretty good, so I mean, I believe Enzo probably did rebuild it. Of course, I'm 230 pounds, so it's not for me, but it's definitely better than factory. Rotator bars, risers for the fat bars, unbreakable ASV levers, which I love. I actually had on my Honda that got stolen. I had I don't know. I can't remember the brand. But regardless, the unbreakable levers are fantastic. Let me see. Oh, it is what it is. But that's it. Oh, and IMS pegs. So somebody probably raced it, a kid or whatever. The guy I'm doing this for, he's actually a little bigger. He's not taller, not bigger, skinny. But he just said he bought this to ride wheelies on. So I guess it is what it is. I'm gonna get off here now, and I appreciate everybody watching. If y'all did watch, thank you very much. Bye. Morning. here in Texas anyways. It's morning time. Anyways, y'all see the freaking worm this big? Little night crawler is about 15 inches long. Anyways. Alright, got the piston in. I can't remember exactly where I took off. Oh, the stock piston size. It was the piston is a Wiseco piston. That was the top. You go some light. Then, you know, W, the bottom. So, got that cylinder, looks good. Got the new piston. Let me open it up for you. That's what I'm doing. Sorry, guys. I think the lens is a little dirty too. Might clean that up. Look, it's a cute little guy. Little baby piston. But definitely is the same size. A little cleaner. But same piston. 1 second. Let me clean the lens. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyways, I did take the carburetor out and rebuilt it off camera, just like any other carburetor rebuild. I'm keeping all the parts for the customer, just in case he wants to see them. Somebody did. Oh, shoot. These stickers out. These are mine. Somebody did like this bike. It does have a seat. I'll take that up. It does have a hot rods crank in it. So somebody put some money into it, at least, because they had to split the bottom end. And another thing is, if you have 2 strokes, this is your reed block. If you have one, you look through it. There's no way we'll be able to show y'all. Okay, kinda. So you can see light through here. Not supposed to happen. Flip it over. There's really a little bit of light on this one. That's the same side, but like the top one, no light. So they're not supposed to have any light at all. If you do have light, and these haven't been flipped, you can pop these 2 Phillips head out. Take the pretty much a carbon fiber little square flap. Flip them over. Now it'll be a tighter clamping force on here, and then that seals it up. These are pretty much the valves for a 2-stroke. You give it some gas, it kind of opens up a little bit. You know, then of course wide open. That's why they're curved this way. They open up all the way for more airflow and more fuel. If you have flipped them and you see a big light, you probably have a hard start issue. Maybe no start at all, depending on how bad these are. Or actually, it probably will still start, just run terrible. I've actually seen some that the engine has eaten, you know, part of it. But the cylinder looks good. You know, there's no major scoring, scars, flaking. All that looks great. So first things first, if you're going to replace the piston, all this out of the way. Kind of a mess. And what's so stupid is, Wiseco, before I show you what I'm gonna do here, sends you a full top end gasket set, except for the exhaust O-rings. So I had to buy a whole other gasket set just to get those. I mean, well, you probably could find these. I just didn't feel like looking. I just figured a whole new gasket set, and I'll just keep it. But first thing I like to do is get one of your circlips, which is this. Put it in one side, so whenever you put the piston on, you can work from one side pretty much. So then you get your wrist pin. Wait a second, them dirty dogs. Oh, it's gonna be in here. Okay. Then you get your wrist pin. You can slot it in one way. Then all you gotta do is put in one circlip on the engine, so you're not kind of fooling with both of them and possibly dropping one in the bottom end. Obviously, this will go first. This is your top end rod bearing. Your upper rod bearing, whatever you want to call it. So there's all kinds of words. That'll go in. I'll get a cap. Actually, let me go ahead and get it over here because I'll need it anyways. I've been using, for 2-stroke oil, this Motul 800 full synthetic kind of oil. Sorry guys, I know this camera angle is absolutely terrible. Okay, sorry I had to go through that. I also like the Maxima because it smells great. The Oh freak, I forget what it is. It's a, actually I'll show you a bottle that looks like it, looks similar to it. You know, it looks just like this, but two-stroke oil pretty much. That's fork oil and that's also fork oil. But the Maxima, it makes a fantastic oil. It smells great. If you've ever been to two-stroke, if you've ever been to Supercross, and well, Supercross back in the day, early 2000s, before they switched to four-strokes. As soon as you walk into, ours was Texas Stadium, and a little bit before they shut everything down, the AT&T Stadium they have now. That's you pretty much what they use, that oil. So I'm gonna put a little bit. That's not enough. I need a cap, and I don't have one because I threw them all away. Nothing. Okay, I'll keep looking. Anyways, I usually put like get a cap full of two-stroke oil. I'll drop this in there just to make sure all the bearings are coated completely before I slide it in there. Drop the piston on, wrist pin, circlip on this side, then it's done pretty much. The arrow always goes towards the exhaust side, never towards the intake side, never. I mean, I guess unless you're instructions, if you read them, tells you, but you'll never, on a two-stroke, you'll never find that. You'll never find that it tells you to put it towards the intake side. So, only because I don't really want to hold it or prop it up, because I know it's going to be a terrible camera angle. That's what I'm going to do. Get that soaked with two-stroke oil, slide it in, one circlip, piston, wrist pin, other circlip, then it's going to be done. Then I'll show you putting the base gasket on, then I'll have to put the camera down again, put the cylinder on, then the head gasket, then the head, bolt it all down. I'll be back. All right, I wanted to bring you back in real quick for the ring. So you have to file the ring down. It's a file to fit ring. If you have multiple rings, like some bikes do have multiple, well, two, most two-strokes have two, but I guess for race applications, they give you one. You want to put the ring in there, push it down till pretty much where the ring goes is flush with the top of the cylinder, and then you want to check it with your feeler gauge. I think I've said it before in some of my videos. Oh, for one of my valve videos. Just go. I went to this one is, I believe, from O'Reilly's. I bought two just because this is a Husky one. This is from Home Depot, but because it has more, you can see it's much thicker. But this one has smaller ones. So if you're doing stuff like this, just get a small one's fine. If you're doing valve adjustments, probably get one of these. But you're gonna put it in there. It says you 0.004 for every inch of cylinder, pretty much space or bore. So I always kill an inch, and then so you got almost 2 inches there, about 1 3/4 bore. So I give it 0.08 just to be safe, a little bit bigger. A little bigger is okay. Too big is not good. Obviously too small is not good because it could pinch the ring, which in turn will push it up and it will pop the top of the piston off. Well, it'll break some of the piston and then you're pretty bad up. But that's it. I just want to show you, well, I'm not gonna let you read the instructions. If you get a Wiseco piston, it'll come with that. You can kind of read it yourself and you can do what you want. But I'm just telling you what they're telling you to do. Sorry, crooked. Yeah, follow the ring down. I just have my little file. You know, some of them we got the wheel and you have the little spinny deal on it. I just did this, pinched it on it, back and forth, and then it's filed down. I'm gonna pop this out, put that on, and go about the business. All right, we're back again. Bike looks a little different now. Obviously, it's back together, and this thing runs good. So let me start it up for you. Perfect, just like I want it to. Two strokes. I think you can idle if you want them to, but really they don't need to. I mean, I can turn the idle screw up a little bit and it'll idle a little longer, but that's how I want it to die pretty much. So that's it. That's I went ahead and cleaned the cylinder and the head. That's pretty much it. Doesn't blow oil anymore out of the exhaust. Barely any smoke, because that's It's not smokeless, but it's pretty close to it. And plus, I run it 40 to 1. I know I grew up 32 to 1. That's how you have to run it, but really you don't. All this does is lube the bottom end, the lower crankshaft bearing, and the top rod bearing, and that's it. And your 10W40, which I changed the bottom end oil to the this 1040 Castrol, and that's it. Thing runs great. Rode up down the road already, just like it is. I didn't want to put it all back together and not run right, but it does. So that's it. That's the end of the videos pretty much for this little series. I know there's not a whole lot of working. I know I keep saying I'll get something set up so you can see me work, but I mean, it's nothing but nuts and bolts. If you're any kind of mechanically inclined, and of course if you have any questions, just drop it down in the comments below. But any kind of mechanically inclined, you know, just pop a couple bolts off and the whole thing, you know, I mean, 8 bolts and this whole cylinder comes off. Now of course carburetor's gonna come off, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all of it comes off. So that is the old spark plug, which I know y'all seen it and how bad it was, but I did get another one, so I will replace that one right now. And other than that, that's it. That's all I want to do. And I appreciate you watching videos if you have. I know it's kind of a longer video, a bunch of talking and just walking you through stuff without actually working on it. So we will talk to y'all in the next video. Bye.